Conscious Endeavors, episode 66. Spirit puts people in your life that match your vibrational frequency so you could learn more about yourself. Pay attention to the mirrored reflection of the person that you're dealing with. What is that person showing you that you need to work on? This is why the mirrored reflections are so important. Spirit puts people in our lives, not that people that we want. The Spirit puts the same vibrational frequency in your life, so you could learn and so you could grow your soul. We attract the vibrational frequency of the things that we think about that we are. We don't attract things that we want. We attract what we are. And the only way to ascend and raise your vibrational frequency is to raise your consciousness. You got to raise your awareness, and that takes time. It's not easy. Every 2 to 3 years in your life, you notice a new perspective of life. You have an aha moment in your consciousness, okay? So you can tell that throughout your life, your vibrational frequency is raising, your consciousness is raising. So remember, when you meditate or when you pray or when you do your routine, we attract what we are vibrationally within our electromagnetic field. Okay? If you want to attract stronger, and if you want to make your electromagnetic field stronger, you fill your heart with love. You love yourself. If you want to make your electromagnetic field weaker, then you go in fear. Why do you think 85% of the news is fear-based? Why do you think most of the media, big tech, they call it? Why do you think that 85 to 90% of that is fear-based propaganda? Well, it's designed that way for a reason, to shrink your electromagnetic field, to keep the people in a fear vibrational frequency. Why? The reason they do that is to keep you in fear, to take your power away. Okay? The ones in charge don't want you to have the power and the consciousness. The ones in power, they don't want you to ask questions. They never want you to question their authority, ever. And so what they do is manipulate through several different medias to keep the people in fear. Things aren't as bad as the news tell us. And I think that most of us know that now. I think a lot of us are awakening to this fact, okay? Go outside and talk to your neighbors. It's not as bad as they say it is on your TV screen or on your radio. This is fact. Media is the enemy of the people, and always will be, as long as you have the elites controlling it. Well, they're scrambling now, apparently, and they're freaking out because they're losing control and power. This is the greatest time to be alive on planet Earth. This is probably, they're saying this is one of the greatest times to be alive on this planet. They're calling this the Great Awakening. They're calling this the Golden Age. So there's a lot of new information coming out now, and there's a lot of teachers and mentors out there that are helping people gain a new perception of reality, to help find a new way to think. to raise your frequency and to raise your consciousness. A lot of people giving tips, a lot of people talking now, millions of people, millions, maybe billions, are coming out now, and we're entering a new reality where the paradigm has shifted and things are not going to be the same anymore. And I think you're starting to see that in the new norm. Whatever the case is out there with the ones in charge and the shepherds, I'm following it best I can, but really, you don't know what is truth. You really don't. You can follow the things and you can put all the puzzle, you can collect all the puzzle pieces. And then years later, you go back and you fit those pieces, and then the puzzle pieces fit together. And then you start to realize, wait a second, this is something not right going on over here. And I think you can see it. You're not dumb. I think you can see it. I think it's pretty obvious. So, in order to keep people in fear, you shrink the electromagnetic field to keep people in fear, right? You keep people in fear to shrink their electromagnetic field. If you want to expand your electromagnetic field, if you want more power, if you want to roll on your own, let's say, then you fill your heart with love, you meditate, you create the mindfulness, you try to raise your awareness and your consciousness with meditation, mindfulness, good diet, exercise. Try to eliminate the things out of your life that don't serve you. I did many times, and I still take my breaks with smoking. But I used to drink a lot of alcohol. And the elites, they want you to drink alcohol. Why? Because it's a depressant. It shrinks your electromagnetic field. It makes you weaker. You lose your power, you lose your energy. So yeah, the elites, they want you to drink alcohol because it suppresses the human. And once I found that out, I was fast and quitting. Because when you stay in the low vibrational frequencies, you have more suffering and pain. You have to ascend from the lower vibrational frequencies in order to escape the pain, in order to escape the suffering. Otherwise, you're going to continue to experience it. Not sure if you believe in karma, but I believe in karmic lives, karmic pasts. I believe we have to work out karma. That's just my personal belief system. If you do unto others, that's going to be same thing is going to be done to you, so you can see the pain that you give someone else. Maybe there's some people out there that are special, that are exempt of karma. Maybe they come from somewhere else. So keep in mind, expand your electromagnetic field by filling your heart with love, raising your consciousness, raising your awareness, raising your frequency. Make sure you stay out of fear, because the fear-based vibrational frequencies come with anything that you see in the media or news, or anything that puts you in a fear frequency. A person will put you in a fear frequency, because maybe they're having a bad day or something. So sometimes we get in fear. So you want to stay away from fear. Don't live in fear, because they take your power away, okay? You don't want your power taken away from you, because then you have a hard time ascending and you have a hard time becoming the greatest version of yourself then. So don't live in fear. Don't live in fear. Face your fears. I went on a conscious fear-killing spree in my life. In 2009 with snakes. I ended up becoming a snake breeder. I had like 22 snakes in my one-bedroom condo, and I slept in the living room. I was terrified of snakes. They sent chills down my spine, and I later I faced my fear and I became passionate about it, and I became a reptile breeder, and I would buy, sell, trade, and nurse sick animals back to health. I was learning also. It was like I had my own little veterinarian practice. I was helping with intramuscular injections and nebulizations and helping with respiratory infections and things like this. I was learning. That was my passion. If you want to raise your vibrational frequency, you find what you're passionate about, what you love. If you want to become the greatest version of yourself, don't live in fear. Get out of fear-based reality. Another way to get rid of that is meditation. Sit quiet in a dark room for hours by yourself. Sit for 2 hours. See if you can make 1 hour first, then 2, then go 4, then 8. In a room by yourself, then 10 hours. If you can go more than 10, you can go like 15 or go for a whole day. Meditation. This raises your consciousness. Meditation raises our vibrational frequency. Okay, so I hope this helps. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. And my line is, there are no accidents and there are no coincidences in this fake-ass reality. Conscious endeavors. Have a good day.